talk about this right here. Since y'all brought up Boots, and we bringing up Tank. This is an interesting point that I made on my channel. So this belongs to me. Are Boots and Tank the same fighter? One just makes more money. Let's talk about it. Are they the same fighter? One just makes more money. Right now, overall, overarching, you got two people who look really good from the eye test. You got two people with fairly unblemished resumes. Tank has a draw. Boots just has all wins, right? You got two people who we all are clamoring to see fight against the best competition in the world. But we have two people with a resume full of fights against niggas that we ain't asked them to fight. I'm only
gonna do this once.
We ain't request none of this shit.
Classic.
Okay, let's throw Tank a bone. Okay, Tank gave us the Ryan Garcia fight. You know what I'm saying? He fought against Ryan Garcia, the skeleton.
International.
Come on, man. You had that boy. Hey, listen, Ryan signed the contract, so he got whooped the way he was supposed to get whooped. But you beat him in negotiations, not in the ring. Let's see both of y'all hydrated and bumped.
Classic.
Let's see it. Because fighters be talking out both sides of their neck. Oh, it's all about the skills. It's all about the skills. Skills pay the bills. Muscles don't win fights. Size don't win fights. Oh, well, would you fight him? He a little too big.
I'm only gonna do this once.
I ain't lying to you. And I know I'm not the only person saying this shit. Hold on. International Ken on the phone. Hold on, chat. Yeah, I'm live right now. I ain't got you on speaker. What up, cuz? I got International Ken on the phone, chat.
International.
We gotta take these calls. It's a time difference. What's up, cuz? He said he tapped in from the war zone. Where you at? Abu Dhabi or Dubai right now?
International.
Oh, you out there swerving around the missiles they said they were sending? Hold on. Let me put you on speaker. What you say? What you say, cuz?
I was just having some Japanese cuisine at Zuma, Abu Dhabi.
You was eating at Zuma, Abu Dhabi. They ain't send no missiles today, cuz.
I mean, I'm looking at the sky right now. I can't see none. I don't got an interceptor today, but we slide through the desert as we speak.
Slide through the desert as we
International.
speak. Hey, who you got winning, Devin or Rolly?
Come on, man. Devin, hey, man. Is that a question?
Hey, do Shakur want to fight Dev or not?
Did he sign a contract?
International.
Hey, cuz, let me finish talking to the people, cuz. Hey, we got chat warriors don't want to. Hey, so tell them one more time.
International.
Yeah, like that. All right, cuz, love.
International.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to take them calls, man. We got a little bit of a time difference, so we got to take those, man. That's just as important as a jail call.
Classic.
Chat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got to take those. Hey, look, Ted said they are pros. They both got a chance. Instincts say take Dev, but we need to see the fight, and we get to see the fight, and that's the most important thing. I'm with you, Tez. Rashid said Tank beat 2 of the current champions at 147. Who? He beat Ryan, dehydrated Garcia. He beat Ryan on in negotiation.
Classic.
I'm gonna drain you out, then knock you out with a body shot. Ryan quit like a hoe too. Two things could be true.
I'm only gonna do this once.
Ryan negotiated poorly and took a bad negotiation. You know what I'm saying? And put himself at a disadvantage. And then he got in the ring and went out like a coward. Yes, he did. Tank took advantage of his advantages. Two things could be true.
Classic.
So, I mean, y'all could give Tank credit for Garcia, but I would rather see him fight against a healthy Garcia. I think Tank still wins, but I would just love to see it fair.
I'm only going to do this once.
You see what I'm saying? Tell me a time where Devin asked somebody to be too little or too big or too slow or too, show me a time where Devin needed somebody to be a particular way before he could say yes to the fight.
Classic.
All right, then. So look, So you giving him credit for Garcia? Who else? Who the other champion you say he beat? Rolly? Yeah, he beat Rolly. But Rolly's a Rolly win. You putting weight on a Rolly win, like nigga. What was the betting odds when Tank fought Rolly? Plus 900?
Classic.
Nigga, didn't nobody think Rolly was gonna win that fight? Like I said, the Rolly fight was another fight we didn't want to see. When he booked the Rolly fight, would you still have rather taken Shakur?
Classic.
When he made the Barrios fight, would you still have rather seen him fight Shakur?
Classic.
Nigga, didn't nobody ask for the Barrios fight? Nobody wants to see that. I don't care about, listen, at this point, it ain't even about the belts. Fight the fights we want to see. Tank already said he don't care about belts. Tank said belts don't pay bills. Tank actually haven't even won a whole bunch of belts in his career. He's not a heavy belt holder. So if you just an entertainment fighter, if you just a prize fighter, fight against the niggas we want to see you fight, belt or no belt.
Classic.
But the problem is, niggas worried about catching that belt.
I'm only gonna do this once.
Yeah, motherfuckers worried about getting in the ring and taking that belt. That's what that is. Motherfucker worried about getting in that motherfucker and can't close the distance on somebody who's a master of distance. And then what's plan B? Because how you gonna outbox Shakur? His arms longer, he taller. If you can't get to him, how do you beat him on points? And I don't think they got nothing to solve that puzzle, and they know it. And that's why he's not interested in Shakur fight. That's my theory. I don't think he wants.
Remember this day. Remember this day.
He don't want it. He don't want it. Tank could literally pick up the phone and call anybody in or around his weight class and negotiate a fight, and all of them gonna say yes. He is a money fight. Every last fighter who is in or around Tank weight class is available for Tank to fight. Tank damn near could call one of these niggas who got a fight scheduled and move them out the way.
Classic.
So anybody Tank ain't fought is because Tank don't want
I'm
it.
only gonna do this once.
Y'all could call it moving smart. You could say being a businessman, you yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. What you fighting Pitbull Cruz twice for? You beat him once with one hand. So you want us to see you whoop him with two?
Classic.
What do you? We don't want to see that shit. We don't want to see that shit. Go get that Lamont shit
I'm
straightened
only
out.
gonna do this once.
And we didn't ask you to fight Lamont ass the first time.
Classic.
Fuck. And then, like I said, is Boots and Tank the same fighter? Boots fought Karen, right? He fought Karen. We didn't ask him to fight Karen.
Classic.
Okay, well, he's avoided. This the best nigga we could get. Even though don't nobody know him, Boots gonna go in there and whoop him. He ain't whoop on him good enough. Motherfucker fought this nigga again. We don't want to see this shit.
Classic.
Are these fighters suffering from confidence issues? Then Boots move up to 154. Word on the street coming from Turkey Al-Sheikh is that the dog needed a tune-up. For what?
Classic.
For what, bro? Ain't nobody, you ain't been hit with nothing. You ain't had no wars. No wars. You ain't been hit with no wild shit. No injuries in the ring. You just got done sparring with Canelo. What you need a light touch for? Go get
I'm
at.
only gonna do this once.
We gonna see what the next move is. Now that Virgil Ortiz shit out the way, because that was a layup anyway. Y'all was gassing that Virgil Ortiz fight. That shit was a layup, bro. A flat-footed, come forward, over-aggressive Mexican. Boy, he seen those.
Classic.
Well, motherfucker, that Virgil Ortiz shit would have started looking like the Villa fight. That shit would have started looking like the Villa fight. Maybe worse, because Virgil opened up nice and wide when he punched. I could have seen him getting clipped with some nasty shit. You think if Boachuk can drop Virgil, that Boots wasn't going to sleep his shit? That shit was a layup. Y'all gassed that shit. That was never supposed to be the fight. Now that he off the Virgil fight, let's see if he called Charlo.
Classic.
Yeah. No, show me it's real. Let's see if he called Charlo. That's the fight. Charlo was undisputed at 154. His belts were taken from him, not taken off of him.
Classic.
I want to see somebody turn up around this bitch, man. Let me drop the link again. That's what I'm saying. Boots and Tank, the same dude. Tank just make more money. Bro. They're the same. Flashy fighters. You know what I'm saying? Boots gonna come in with his Boots chain on. He gonna come in with the magical colors on and shit. Bumping some Meek Mill or some shit. He coming in, you know what I'm saying? Quiet guy. You know what I'm saying? Quiet guy, modest guy. But when it come to his fight style, everything flashy. You know what I'm saying? Flashy dude. Good entertainment value when it comes to the actual fight. Cool. Tank, same thing. Bigger version of that, right? Bright star. Everybody knows Tank. Tank, a household name. People who don't even watch boxing understand a little bit about Tank Davis, right? Cool. But when they walk to the ring and they stand across from their opponent, it ain't never nobody who got a 50-50 chance. These niggas have 0 50-50 fights on their resume combined.
Classic.
Combined. If you put Boots and Tank resume together, they got 0 50-50 fights combined.
Classic.
Don't believe me? Go back in the history books and check the betting odds in Vegas. These niggas ain't fought no fights they wasn't supposed to win.
Classic.
Then y'all say I'm glazing Devin Haney. Devin Haney was just the underdog against Brian Norman on the betting books. Facts.
I'm only gonna do this once.
Facts. He was just the underdog in his last fight. Y'all gave Brian Norman a chance. I told you niggas that the odds was 0 to 100.
Classic.
What do I know? I don't know shit about boxing. Dez, what up? 199, you cooking and just earned another sub. I appreciate it, Dez. Money, 199 coming in through the chat. We ain't playing no music in a minute. Matter of fact, for all these fighters out here saying they want all the smoke, but they not calling nobody phones to set these fights up, we gonna play Why You Ain't Say Nothing. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I'd make it in the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? You believed in me the whole time, for real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages on moon getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. But watching my story all winning. Why you ain't say nothing? 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 We good talk.
You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Put that on my soul. They ain't hungry no more when it's time to eat crow. Or farming, I'm enhancing my glow. Ain't gon' argue with you about what I know. Photo album, all I'm seeing is ghosts. Had to remodel from pillar to post. Said what I said, I ain't come here to argue. You said congratulations, should've said sorry. Got it, now you won't be part of the party. Your access denied, I'm sorry, not sorry. When I needed air, niggas wouldn't afford it. Now they pulling up and thinking we solid. Now I'm on the phone talking $1 million topics. Up early, soon call out to Abu Dhabi. Don't answer my phone if it's gonna be about gossip. I don't really care, everybody got problems. That's why I be sharing my woes. Letting y'all know it's okay, you can come up from the bottom. Whoa. Scraping, scratching, clawing. Before I start running, I started with crawling. Before I got balance, I started with falling. Started with broke before I ever was balling. Started with hope before ever rewarded. They ain't show up till I became important. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing?
Classic.
Yeah, why you ain't say nothing? Too Tight said, yeah, he beat the shit out of Brian. Oh, for sure. Let me scroll up though. Y'all been talking to me for a minute. I had to get that out of my spirit, man. I see some new members fell in. Let me see. Rashid said he's been fighting 147 since 2017. Yeah, okay. Boots really about to be a middleweight. Yeah, I'm knowing. I'm the one when Boots was saying that he made weight comfortably in his last fight at 147. I was the one that was saying that was bullshit. I was the one saying that. When Boots was saying out his own mouth otherwise, I was the one saying bullshit. I never said that here on this platform because this didn't exist yet. But if Champside ever went into my record of comments on his channel, you could find the comment, which he won't. There's no reason for him to. But in my record of comments on his channel, because y'all know whatever comments y'all leave, we can see them shits forever, right? So whatever record of comments on Champside channel, I actually said there that Boots was outgrowing the division already. And he was saying out his own mouth he was comfortable. I don't be believing what fighters be saying. I be believing what I be seeing.
Classic.
These niggas will say anything. You know what I'm saying? They will. Ya is my chef. He said, hey, salute my G Classic. Salute, chat. What's going on, y'all? Ted said, I need to see it. Yep. Ted said, they are pros. They both. Yeah, I read that one. Rashid said, Tank beat 2 of the. Okay. Devo said, I've looked at Boots' resume. There's a reason he not pound for pound. Yeah, ain't nobody on it. Devo said, Boots' best opponent is Stanionis. And Stanionis is cheeks. Passport Sco said, tell Cuzzo I said what's good. I saw this too late. I'll let him know, though. I got you, Big Sco. Dad said, Rashid championship can be brought to a degree. 333 from H-Town. What's going on, souls? I seen you fall in. I was in the middle of my diatribe, dog. Rashid said Rolly and Barrios. Yeah. We know. Hit the like button. Let's see. Word on the Street podcast. Dev is bigger. So why would he? Why would he what? The man is the same as Ryan 147 pounder that were fighting at 30. You sound like a hater. How do I sound like a hater? What are you disputing that I said? The link is in the chat. Come tell me how I'm a hater. The link is in the chat. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop it one more time. Everybody, you typing. If you disagree, click the link. Let's talk. You ain't got to cam up. You can come up here without showing your face. Let's get it. Let's get it, because you missed something. If you think I sound like a hater, you missed something. And that's okay, but I will inform your ass, though. Souls of Thought said they fighting tonight. Who? I think Kenneth Sims Jr. fight tonight. I don't know who else fighting tonight, though. It's some smaller fights tonight. Nothing major. Let's see. Rashid said, of course. Let's see. In Too Deep said, final betting odds closing. Gervonta Tank Davis, minus 1,000, minus 1,450. Rolando Romero, plus 500, plus 650. Right. So Tank was minus 1,000 against Rolly. And you talking about he beat two of the champions at 147. Tank ain't never, my point is he's never been in a fight that was 50-50. Check the books. And thank you for the investigation in Too Deep. You had to bet $1,000 on Tank to beat Rolly to win $100. And you trying to act like that's a marquee victory. Get the fuck out of here, man. Come on, get the fuck out of here. I ain't gonna steal my dog Champ Side tag, man. I gotta show love to Champ Side because people be stealing some of his talking points. And I think in the community, we all gonna have similar talking points on certain shit, but people be stealing bro talking points and they don't be giving him his credit, man. I'ma always shout him out because he my favorite sports channel, aside from my own, for sure.
Remember this day. Remember this day.
Yeah. But I'm a hater. And I just be on this motherfucker showing love every day to everybody too. But I'm a hater. Okay. Don't make an enemy of me, man. No, I'm just playing. Like Devo said, Tank Duck Roach and put Zepeda as a roadblock, in my opinion. Too Tight said, yeah, he beat the shit out of Norman. Ken Smith said, I was there. Yeah, he was at the fight. International Ken was at the fight. He said, I was there. I saw it in Saudi Arabia. Devin put belt to ass, and it was easy. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. But y'all had Devin as an underdog on the betting book. So who be
Classic.
Who be hating? So my love is inappropriate, and I'm hating on everybody else. But y'all had Devin losing. The sports book had Devin losing to Brian Norman, and he didn't even lose a fucking round. He didn't even lose a round. But I'm the hater. It's crazy. It's crazy when you think about it. Niggas be bass backwards. Souls the Thought said his live commentary better than the fight. Appreciate it, Souls. Appreciate that, dog. You know what I'm saying? I be calling these fights, man. Look, man, it's always somebody in the chat don't appreciate my hard work. I appreciate you, Souls. Too Tight said they can't say nothing. They know what it is. Facts. Granny Swag, I love this. Thank you, Granny. What's going on with you? I seen you in the comments earlier. What's happening with you? Let's see. Betting odd breakdown. Brian Norman Jr., minus 120 to Devin, minus 135. Underdog, plus 102 to the draw. Yeah, so Devin Haney was the betting underdog against Brian Norman Jr. You see what I'm saying? And listen, and leading up to the fight, the odds was closer because you could have got, if you bet early enough on the Haney fight, In Too Deep will investigate it. When I start lying, y'all start telling me. If you would have bet early on that Haney fight, you could have got Devin at plus 130 on just winning, no matter how. You could have got him at plus 130.
Classic.
Shit. I ain't gonna tell y'all what I put on it. Jay Brumfield said, you spitting facts. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. What up? Uncle Plug said 333. What up, my dog? Threes. Rashid said, the whole coalition in here, man. Make sure y'all tap in with the Raw Society Coalition, man. It's the gang. Rashid said, I tried to hit the link. What happened to it? Let me hold on. I'm gonna copy and paste it again just in case something wrong. I don't want y'all to have no issues with reaching out to me. You know what I'm saying? I want to be readily available for y'all. I just hit the link one more time. If you can, copy and paste and put it in the browser. Copy it. If you can't click it, copy it and just put it in the browser. Because it's going to run through StreamYard. So you should be able to talk to me through the browser. But Rashid said, just says enter in the studio. But I don't see you, though. Yeah, you got to hit enter. When it say enter in the studio and then it pop up, it's going to say, it's going to ask you if you want to give access to your microphone and your camera. If you don't want to be on camera, then mute your camera and leave your mic on. And then come into the studio. Just hit enter the studio. Put whatever name you want to show up, and then you should be able to proceed from there. If it say enter in the studio, you in the right spot. International class. He said, Cuzzo was good. Yup. International cast. Yeah. Passport Skoda went international cast on us. He said Cuzzo was good. Yeah, man. I hope he's I think Cuzzo driving though, Sko. He probably ain't gonna be able to be in the chat like that. They got different type of technology out there. They'll catch you on camera typing in your phone while you driving if you want to play that game, and they'll send you a ticket.
Classic.
It's totally different in the UAE. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't know, then you don't know. But yeah, totally different. So I ain't talking about you, Cass. I'm saying in general for the folks that don't know. But look, Boots and Tank, are they the same fighter? Just one make more money? I think at this point in time, until both of their careers progress forward, because both of them still are at an age where they could fight for a good, they could, I mean, depending on how their fights go, right? They refrain from having wars, which if they keep fighting tomato cans, they will. If they refrain from having wars, both of them could easily fight, probably another 10 years apiece for both of them. So, you know, all of this could age horribly, or I could be absolutely brilliant. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real.
Classic.
But it seemed like they're the same dude. One of them just make more money. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm not talking about fighting style, but I'm talking about in general as far as having a resume full of fights that the fans didn't ask for. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And I'm not even playing the blame game. I'm not saying, oh, it's Boots' fault that he don't have those fights that we wanted to see. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they haven't happened. Y'all can discuss the why amongst yourselves. I just know what we ain't getting. You feel me? And that's just what it is. Ian Too Deep said the best betting odds for Devin Haney to win his fight against Brian Norman in November peaked at approximately plus. I knew it. Plus one. I said 130 plus 120. Yup. I told you. What's going on, my brother? Talk to me.
Yo, what's going on, man? This is my thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is my thing is I want to see the fights too.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I want to see the fights too. I want to see the Tank fight. I want to see the Shakur fight. I want to see Virgil fight Boots. That said, I understand these dudes, like going in the ring, fighting with the best dudes in the world, hell of a way to go make a living, right? Hell of a way to go make a living. So, you know, these guys are 27, 28, 29, 30. If you got a dog and they got a name, you got to keep making the money and building the fighter while you can. You don't want to put them necessarily in risky situations before you have to. So I don't disagree that Gervonta hasn't been in a 50-50 fight yet, but I think we will get the Shakur fight eventually. And I think we will get the fights. It's just these dudes are managing their career. They're a lot more educated than fighters used to be. And I'm not mad at them for it.
I am. Tank Davis, 31 years old. When he gonna start taking some challenges? He 31.
Well, I hear you, but what I'm saying is, like, he has beat two guys that went off to become champion. Even if they weren't 50-50 fights, those guys ended up fighting their way to championships. Even though we didn't want to see Roach at the time, I enjoyed that fight. I want to see it again. He about to fight Pitbull, and Roach is on the same card. So Roach is either going to have the Gervonta rematch or the Pitbull rematch. And William Zepeda, he lost his title to Shakur. So I'm not mad at him getting a shot and making it a little 4-man tournament either. Those are two good fights.
Here go my issue. This new program, it'll have your favorite fighter having one or two big fights their whole career. This new pro, and it's not you that made this up, but by what you saying you cool with, we setting a bad precedent for the sport. The precedent used to be you get to a point where you fighting at championship level, right? And then you fight a tough fight, and then maybe we'll give you a touch. You know what I'm saying? And then a tough fight, and then maybe a touch. 2 tough fights, couple touches. You see what I'm saying? They not mixing tough fights in no more because people don't want to take no L's at all. They tiptoeing around each other. It's not cool at its core. I'm with you if you saying eventually we gonna get the fight. Maybe when I'm on the ass end of my career and maybe potentially taking this L no longer really matters and I can check me a big ass bag on the way out the door type shit. That's not what this is. That's not the sport. That's not the purest form of this. You know what I'm saying? If you look at Floyd Mayweather career, right? You got Diego Corrales while Floyd young. I need it. You know what I'm saying? Give me De La Hoya against all advantages. He said De La Hoya chose the gloves. De La Hoya made more money. De La Hoya had the weight. De La Hoya had all the negotiating power. Get that to me, because after I beat him, I'm him. You see what I'm saying? Devin Haney did a very similar thing. Tank Davis has not done anything bold like that. His ass got popular and started monetizing clout instead of actually monetizing competitiveness. You see what I'm saying? He not giving us the fights that we want to see because there's some whole shit going on the low.
Classic.
I
These,
wouldn't go that far,
yeah,
man.
I'm gonna put it, no. Whole shit in this regard. I don't think fighters are afraid because if you fought amateurs, you didn't get to pick nobody. You had to pull up ready, right? If you
Facts.
fought right, so I don't think fighters are scared. I'm talking about as some whole shit into being scared of the L, not being scared of the man, scared of the result. Niggas be tiptoeing around from people who could potentially beat them too. We don't get 50-50 fights. Why we don't get a fight at least once or twice a quarter where we can go to the betting books, bro, and bet $100 on either man and get 100 back because it's just that close. You feel me? We can't, bro. It's rare. You gotta go. You gotta bet on how they gonna win and all just because the fight ain't close. You got to go in there betting on you got to bet on 3 different things to make the parlay make sense, bro. That's how unclose these fights is. You got to bet on the number of knockdowns, what round. You get what I'm saying, bro? These fights ain't close, bro. We give us a close fight. What's up?
Tank Roach was close. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a draw by definition. And what I'm go ahead.
I don't want to cut you out, but I just want to say the fight was close because it happened. It wasn't supposed to be close. You see what I'm saying? We don't get to see the fights, bro.
But I mean, but it turns out Lamont just also tied with Pitbull. Turns out he's a really good fighter. A lot of people just didn't know about him until he fought Tank, and that put a spotlight on his career. Like Frank Martin. Frank Martin was on the rise. He fought Tank. He got stopped. He came back. He's had 2 good fights. The fight with Nair Albright was a good fight. Those are 2 guys that are title contenders at 140.
Right.
So, like, what I'm saying is that I think Tank does have a solid resume. I think it could be better, but the Shakur fight, where he was, where Tank was, Shakur is a hell of a fighter. He's building himself up. That fight will be worth more money. So what I'm saying is they're managing their career, and I'm not mad at them for dudes who go put their life on the line in the ring for our entertainment, managing their health after understanding what has happened to generations before. So I'm not mad at that. I wish I could get the fights too. I believe we will get them because ultimately I don't believe the fighters are scared. I just think they're trying to maximize their career while they have the opportunity to earn the money while they have like the way they're doing it. And for that, I'm not mad because the demand side of the equation will change. If people lose interest in the sport, the numbers will come down. But I like boxing and I want to see the fights too. But there's good fights. The Navarrete fight was a good fight. There's a lot of good fights. You know what I'm saying? It might not be the names.
It was an amazing last night. Amazing.
Yeah. So like, I might not be the names I want to see the way I want to see them, but I do believe it will happen. And I'm not mad at these dudes for looking at what happened before them and being like, nah, let me manage this shit. It's too much money involved.
Nah, I think it's money involved in all of it, though. That's the problem. It's proven. Business-wise, it's proven that there's money involved in all of it. First off, Shakur ain't beating years out of nobody. He not. And respectfully, he's just not beating years out of fighters. He not. So Tank could fight Shakur once. They have a close-ass fight. Maybe he drops Shakur for the first time in his career, get outboxed, and lose on the cards on some close shit. People think Tank won. People think, there's some stir around it. They could fight twice. Let's say Tank win the second one. Now they can fight 3 times. That's still checking the bag. And then Shakur ain't gonna beat no years off Tank. You see what I'm saying? That like you can get the money regardless, is what I'm saying. So it ain't all this strategic moving around talking about I'm trying to maximize the money. You can get money with losses. You can. Caleb Plant been checking bags with a L. He got his biggest bag, took his first L, came back, represented himself well, came back and represented himself well again, took another big fight with Benavidez, took another big ass bag, took a L, another big ass bag though. Came back, you know what I'm saying? Like you can still get your bags. Like the money ain't that, the money is there. You already marquee. So now start fighting people is what I'm saying. And I'm not mad at a Frank Martin fight or a Roach fight. I'm saying Frank Martin's supposed to be right after you just beat Shakur. Roach supposed to be right after you just fought. You get what I'm saying? Like why didn't Devin Haney was chilling at 135 for the longest, and he was dehydrating himself to be there. And you a massive power puncher. He didn't want that fight, bro. The writing on the wall.
Classic.
I can't disagree with you. He didn't want the Devin Haney fight.
And he don't want the Shakur fight. He moving the same with both of them, bro.
I think the Shakur fight makes more sense. So this is the thing. Devin came in at 135. Devin's a much bigger dude. Shakur is closer to his size. Shakur came in at like 126, I think. So like they're closer in size. Tank is a little dude. Tank is 5'5". You know what I'm saying? So it is a big difference. And what I'm saying, that is a tough fight. Why fight Devin Haney for him with all the guys he can fight? I think he will fight Shakur. I think that's why Shakur is hanging around touring with the 135. I think he'll go get that fight. I really do.
I'm gonna be real with you. I think these fighters got confidence issues. I don't think they scared to fight. I think they have confidence issues. I'm gonna tell you why. Do you recall when Tank and Floyd was still cool, and Floyd said something about giving Tank Lomachenko, and Tank said he trying to get me beat. He want to get me beat. You remember that? You didn't see that? Yeah. Tank said this years ago, bro. He said it just like that. Like, oh, he trying to get me beat. He want to get me beat. I think these fighters got confidence issues, bro. You know who moving like that? You know why? Because we could tell the fighters that don't have confidence issues. Abdullah Mason doesn't have confidence issues. They asked Abdullah Mason, they said, Abdullah Mason, pick one fighter you'd be cool with, fight with, or train or something like that. And he was like, I would fight this person, fight this person, fight this person. He didn't even use the other two options. You know what I'm saying? Like he would.
I like Abdullah. I like Abdullah.
But there's a difference in the way he's stepping.
There's a difference in mentality, and for that reason, you might have a fighter you like more, which is nothing wrong with it. That fighter should get more fans for doing that. They should make more money, and that should correct the behavior.
So what? So where are we missing each other at then? Are you saying
I don't
think
we're missing each other.
I think we are a little bit because you saying you saying that you cool with the way they moving, and I'm not. So we are missing each other.
So I'm still fine with the way that they're moving. I don't think. I'll say this: I'm not mad at them. I do wish it would go to where they got to the fights quicker, but it's not me in there in the ring, and they're managing their business. So if I'm really not interested in what they do, I won't watch it. You know what I'm saying? So,
you acknowledging that there's a better way? Because all I'm saying
is for sure. We saw what happened. The sport was better,
right? That's what. So, right. So we understand. Okay. So we are on the same page. Then you do. So you're saying you all right with it, but you acknowledging that it was better. So it's like why wouldn't we want what?
But what I'm saying is that this is these dudes' career. It's a hell of a career to have. And what I'm saying is I'm not mad at them from learning from the way that things were and going forward, managing their career and their life. I'm not mad at that. Do I wish I got more fights? Yeah, but it only takes two guys. It's good fights. Like there are good fights happening. They're just not the marquee fights. And what I'm saying is like I've accepted that that's how it is. But if there's a fight that I'm not interested in, I won't watch it.
So now we as boxing fans, we supposed to accept watching fighters build themselves up to A level to fight a resume full of C's and C pluses. That's nasty. And the A's never gonna bump. They just gonna talk. We all supposed to sit here as content creators and talk about fantasy fights. Oh man, if they ever did fight, it sure would be good. Like what we reduce. Look at what we're reduced to, bro. Boots ain't listen. As much as I like Boots, he ain't fought nobody I want to see him fight. Not one nigga on his resume. Not one. I think the only.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I like Boots, but I want to see the fights.
Yeah, the only fight I was excited about him fighting was Villa because I knew how good he would look against that style. I just wanted to watch him punch on somebody real bad. Like I knew how that shit was going, but he haven't fought one person on his whole resume I want to see him fight, and I like him. The same thing with Tank, bro. I didn't ask for Leo Santa Cruz, bro. I knew how that was gonna go. The only people that it's like they whole scheme is set up to fool casuals and get bread from casuals because all the enthusiasts know it's some bullshit. And that's why I got the NDD list, bro. Did you see my list, my no documented duck list?
Yeah, I think I saw. I think you saw you pulled it up earlier.
Yeah, nobody really disagreed with the list because it's thorough, bro. Like the people who really stepping, like we see the difference, bro. Like Dev ain't hard to get a hold of. Bill ain't hard to get a hold of, bro. So anybody in and around that weight class that has a worthy enough resume or a worthy enough set of accolades to get a Devin Haney fight, they can get a Devin Haney fight. He's probably the most accessible financial draw in all of boxing. You could
Devin Haney?
Yeah, you could just get a Haney fight if you are anywhere in the market. Yeah, if you're anywhere in the market qualified to get a Haney fight, you could just say his name. You can't do that with Canelo. Canelo's a big money draw, right? But you can't just get a Canelo fight. How bad did David Benavidez want it? He couldn't get it. You can't just get it. If as far as Tank is marketable, right? Big money guy. But can you get it? Can you just get a Tank fight? No. Niggas been begging for a Tank fight.
Well,
go ahead.
I think Devin Haney is managing his career too, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
How's he
He has
managing?
I think he has a good resume as well. Like
How's he
he has one of the better resumes in the sport.
how's he
But
managing it though?
just like you said, I don't think Devin Haney had like basically what I'm saying is Devin Haney went a different route. Like he
Mhm,
didn't go through the Olympics. I like Devin Haney for the situation, right?
mhm.
And I like Devin Haney. Um, what was your question? Can you repeat your question one
Because
time?
you said you feel like he's managing his career, and I asked you how, because Devin Haney, aside from the Ramirez fight, which was a comeback from being cheated and having a very rough night against Ryan,
Mhm.
aside from that one fight, damn near all of his fights for the last like 6 or 7 years have been the best available guy.
The best available guy.
Yeah, if we go through his resume, bro, and I'm cool with being wrong if I'm wrong, but when he fought Brian Norman, who was a better
Mhm.
fighter that was available for him to fight when he
I
fought
would have
when he
liked to see I would have liked to see him versus Richardson.
was he available? He was still at 140.
I think
I'm
Devin
talking,
he was at 140. He just moved up to 47 for the Norman fight.
nah, he fought Ramirez in between.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
So it
You're
wasn't
right.
an available fight. That's what I'm saying. He's fought the best. If we go to again, aside from Ramirez, Ryan Garcia, when Devin fought Ryan, who was a better available opponent? That's what I'm saying. When Devin moved up to 140 and fought Regis Prograis at 140, who was a better available opponent than Regis at that time? See what I'm saying? When Devin fought Vasil Lomachenko at 135, easy call. Who was a better available opponent at 135? Available. You could say
Mhm.
Tank is a better opponent, but he was never available. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Devin has been fighting the best man available to fight for damn near a decade, bro. That's what, like, again, emphasis on availability. There are better fighters in
Mhm.
existence, but he couldn't get them in the ring for whatever their reasons was, though. For whatever their
Mhm.
reasons, Devin be with the shit. So that's what I'm saying. Like, Boots and Tank gonna end up being the same dude at the end of the day. Flashy, cash out, get your bread, and fight absolutely nobody the whole time.
Classic.
I think with the Boo situation, it's not necessarily him. I think people are not trying to fight him.
I disagree because what's my dog name at 154 right now? Who the champions at 154? It's you got let me see, because Boots at
You
54
got
right now,
Fundora. Yeah, you got Fundora.
right? He got Thurman, so he's unavailable.
Yeah, you got who you
You
champions
hold
at?
on. I'm finna find it for you. 154-pound boxing champions. I'm finna because I can't think of it off the top of my head. I've been talking for an hour straight, gang. Hold on, let me see. Boxing champion list. Let me see. 154. You got Xander Zayas, right?
Oh yeah, he got two of the belts. Yeah.
Yeah, Xander got 2 for WBO and WBA. You got Josh Kelly, and then you got
Oh yeah,
Sebastian
he beat
Fundora,
Bachman. Yeah.
right? And then
Yeah. So
Bachram,
that's
right?
the
So
thing they've
look,
been training. So okay,
so why Boots don't go get that Bachram fight right now,
I would like to see that.
or call Charlo phone?
Yeah,
He
yeah,
need a
that's a better
so
fight.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
So
a better
whatever,
fight.
because they off the Virgil fight, right? So whatever his
Yeah,
next move is could change this whole conversation.
absolutely, absolutely. I agree with that.
That's a fair conversation. I like you, bro. You good, man. I'm glad you found the channel, bro. You know what I'm saying? But this because I
Yeah.
love talking boxing for sure. But it's like it's one of them things. It's like we just gotta pay attention to how they moving because they could say a lot, bro. We seen them talk us in circles, dog. Shakur tell us he big and small every other day. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Nah, that's a fact. They need to
like,
take the mic from. They need to take the mic from Shakur. But he's a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a fighter, and I want to see these guys do well. I want to see them. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the fights. I want to see them make the most out of the sport. I've seen what happened to fighters. You know, in the fighters in the past. I'm just not mad at how it's going. Yes, in the case of Devin, I agree completely with what you said,
Mhm.
and also he didn't have the same Olympic that same. So I don't know the ins and outs of boxing to where I know exactly why that may be the case. But
Yeah.
what you're pointing out about Devin is definitely the case. I'm
Mhm.
just saying in broad, like more broadly, these young dudes getting after getting their money. I'm not mad at them managing it, but I do want to see the fights. I want to make sure that I'm not you know what I'm saying, just because it's not happening on my timeline,
Mm-hmm.
it's two men in the ring doing this for their life. And
Yeah.
that's kind of where I end up coming back to, where I'm like, I'm gonna get the fights. It only takes two guys in the ring to put on a hell of a fight. And I'm saying, like, this year so far, there have been good fights. It's not the headline. So I want to see the fights, but I want them to give us the fights in a way it's going to be beneficial to them too.
Let me see where
And
your I want to see where your mind at. Out of, let's say it's a world-class fighter, right? He's going to fight 40 fights in his career. He's going to fight a total of 40 fights in his career. How many 50-50 fights should he have by the end of his career?
I say like 10.
Okay. So that's where we a little different. That's where we
Yeah.
a little different. Because I know the first, in today's time, fighters don't fight as often per year, right?
Yeah.
So early in their career, they fighting maybe 3 to 5 fights a year early, because they fighting tomato cans, they fighting 4-rounders, 6-rounders, they getting shit out the way. Cool. So we can throw away, out of 40, we could throw away probably the first 13, 14 fights. We could throw them away. So now we left with what? A cool 26 fights at a competitive level. Like, okay, I'm a contender and above for the rest of the way. We got 26 fights left, right? Out of them 26 fights, you saying only 10 should be 50-50s? We can't say that about the greats, bro.
Well, that's under the assumption that it takes 14 fights to build a fighter.
Some
Like
people use
Bush got 35 fights.
35 tomato cans. That's worse.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. Like, there's no one really on his resume that I really wanted to see him fight.
Right.
But I don't necessarily think that's just Boots. Like, he's under Eddie Hearn.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? There's a whole business element, all the BS of the boxing. When I look at Boots, I
Mm-hmm.
don't believe it's because of Boots. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's not what I think is going on. I think it's something else, and I'm mad because I honestly think that Eddie Hearns was using the Virgil fight to get him into a long-term deal next year, and he might be on the shelf even longer. So it kind of sucks that the business element, creeps into the sport and the product we get. I don't disagree with that.
Mm. Hmm. Yeah. I think more fighters got to be like David Benavidez, because I don't think fighters realize today that they're in control. I don't. Listen, you gonna put me in the ring with who I want to fight, or I'm just not fighting.
Is David Benavidez a PBC fighter?
I know he was, but I don't know who he's with now. He probably still is. PBC kind of, like, I don't know if they fizzling out or if they finna ramp up again or what, but he
Yeah,
was.
I like David Benavidez. He's probably one of my favorite fighters. He's one of my favorite fighters for sure.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, we give these fighters a way out when we discuss, like, their promoters. We discuss these companies. We give them a way out. David Benavidez is a signed fighter, and he tells his company who he wants next, and that's who he gets, bro. If you look at David Benavidez for the last, like, 5 years of his career, he been calling shit. Give me Plant, got the fight. Give me Morrell, got the fight. Only person who he couldn't call was Canelo. But we know he ducked it, right? Canelo don't want it.
Sure.
So but it's like, but David, he has a promoter, and he tell them who he fighting. Errol Spence did the same thing. They suggested everybody but Terrence Crawford. He said, I'm not fighting again until I fight Crawford. So however long that's gonna be, that's what it is. And they had no choice. They made the fight. He's a cash cow, right? And Boots Ennis is no different. I think Boots could either stayed independent, or he could have told hey, bro, I'm not fighting nobody. Don't bring me nobody but him or him. Right. Hit my phone when you got him or him. I'm not even listening to all this other shit you talking about. Oh, well, we can have you fight this guy in the UK in the meantime and all this other shit. Eddie a smooth talker and shit. Like, listen, bro, bring me him or him. That's it. In the meantime, I'll be in the gym. You know where to find me. If he get on that, bro, he gonna get the fight he want. And he'll be surprised how quick he get it. The fighters are the boss, bro. So that's why I'm telling you, when these fighters don't fight certain people, it's because they don't want to. We let them off.
No, bro, because you see what Virgil's going through.
Virgil ain't going through shit. That's a duck.
Classic.
Nah, but it's not just the fighter, bro. I really believe it's not just the fighter. Like, there are a lot of interested stakeholders in these fighters, and they don't necessarily always some fighters can call their own shots, but it's I think it's a little more to it than that.
Talk to me. What you think? What do you think it is? How do you think
Well,
that
I mean,
goes?
the promoters and the managers have to be willing to do business with each other. And you have people who've been through like Oscar De La Hoya, he's been through it. And he's saying, like, no, this is not, you're not about to do this. You're not about to fuck up my money. Like, I'm like, you're a good fighter, you one of my best assets. Like, nah. That's the same thing with Boots, because the other guy that Eddie had was Conor Ben. And he was making a lot more money. He was eventually going to have to feed Conor Ben to Boots, and I think that's why he got out the way. So I think it's more to it, I think, than just this fighter wants that fighter. Like, sometimes fighters can get themselves into an arrangement where they can do that. But I think some other fighters might get themselves into a situation where they messed up contractually, and they're not in that position.
Let me ask you this then. If you having all them issues getting a name in the ring with you, a real respected name in the ring with you, why don't you call the best nutritious available to mankind and take that Devin Haney fight at 147, bro?
Yeah.
Come on,
I would like to see it.
That's what I'm saying. Me too. I'm with you, but we be letting these niggas off the hook, bro. We do, bro. We let them off the hook every time. We give ain't no more excuses, bro. You with it or you ain't with it, and that's what I'm telling you. The list that no documented duck list gonna be the second most important list in boxing, bro. I'm telling you, it is. You're gonna have your pound for pound, and you're gonna have that one, because you're gonna have people that got pride in really moving like that. Nah, I ain't duck nothing. You see, I'm right.
Sure.
Yeah.
It makes the sport better. It makes the sport better.
Yeah, bro. We're gonna take it to another level for sure. But I had one last If you like what you just saw, support the channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and jump in the comments. Talk to me so we could crack these codes. If you want to support the channel monetarily, go to my website and cop some merch, www.theclassiccodes.com. Or you can shoot me a Cash App. Either way, stick to the codes.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold. Hardened my heart now.